Hello and welcome to Cooking with Steve. With St. Patrick's Day coming up, I thought I would give everyone an alternative to cook cabbage. I know that a lot of people like to make corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day, but today we're going to use corned beef and make a cabbage salad with the corned beef. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to use is some Miracle Whip. Put a pretty good generous helping of that in the bowl. There we go. Now a little bit of stone ground mustard. Nice dollop of that. And some horseradish sauce. Quite a bit of that. That's pretty good stuff. Kind of spilled on me here. Let me wash my hands real quick. Alright, we're going to add a little bit of salt. Black pepper, some garlic powder, and we'll give that a little mix. Now this will be a little bit of a spicy sauce, not your traditional coleslaw kind of sauce, but trust me, it goes really well with coleslaw, and it goes really well with the corned beef. The pepper got me sneezing there. I had to cut the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and finish mixing this up. And we'll set that aside for now. Go ahead and get our cabbage. Now I used a red cabbage instead of a green cabbage. You're free to use whatever kind of cabbage you want. That's fine. But I like to use a lot of color in my cooking, and you can see that's just beautiful. I went ahead and gave it a rough chop. So what we're going to do is we're going to start adding our vegetables to it. One of the vegetables that I got was celery and onions. Now I cut the onions kind of in slivers, so we'll add that to the mix. In here we have some shredded carrots. And the reason I shredded the carrots is I don't want the carrot texture to overtake the texture of the cabbage. I went ahead and I chopped up some of the celery leaves as well. And here are some sun-dried tomatoes. So let's put that in there. I also cut up some black olives. Now you can skip this step if you like. I personally like black olives. A buddy of mine's fiance recently told me that she doesn't like black olives, but I do. And what I like to add into the dish for is because every once in a while you'll get that little salty bite, and it's just fantastic in my opinion. So I sliced those in half. And now that we have all of our vegetables in there, I went ahead and I cut half of a lemon. And we're going to squeeze that lemon juice on there. Now one of the reasons you want to add lemon to some of your dishes, and the reason I do, is it helps with flavor, of course, but it also helps with that acidic value, and that acidic value will keep your vegetables from turning color on you. So you ever had like an apple salad or something like that, and your apples tend to turn a little brown? If you add a little bit of lemon to them, it'll help that from turning brown on you. So half of a lemon. We're going to go ahead and mix that up. Get that lemon incorporated into all our vegetables. Boy, this is colorful. It looks beautiful. And if you've watched a lot of my videos, you'll find that taste, color, and texture are very important to me. And this will be a beautiful, beautiful salad. Alright, so we've got that mixed in. Now for the start of the show, we've got some corned beef. And what I did was I bought some corned beef lunch meat, and I diced it up. And I also diced up some pepper jack cheese. Feel free to use whatever kind of cheese you want. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to the mix. And as usual, I tend to get too much stuff in my bowl, and I have a hard time mixing. It's exactly what I've done again today. Go ahead and add our sauce that we made. Get all that out of the bowl because that's some great flavor right there. There we are. Now it's time to mix a little bit. It's going to be a little tough to mix because, like I said, I tend to put too much in one bowl. I do it all the time. Bad habit of mine. But I just get carried away. I like all the foods, and I really want them in there, and I make too much. But that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and just toss this. That spoon out. Sauce is starting to incorporate. Looks pretty good. Of course, I always spill. Good thing I cleaned the counter. Oh, this is looking delicious. Now, for all these flavors to really come together, you're going to need to refrigerate this, and usually overnight or something like that, or for a couple hours at least. It'll help all this to come together and make a really nice taste for you. You can eat it immediately if you like, but if you're making it for guests, I recommend refrigerating it and letting it all come together. And as you can see, man, that's a beautiful salad. A lot of color, a lot of texture, a lot of flavor. So let's go ahead and get some of it. Make sure I get a taste of that corned beef. Crunchy, a little bit spicy. Oh man, that's fantastic. You're going to love this. Have a great St. Patrick's Day, and we'll talk to you next time. Well, that concludes today's episode of Cooking with Steve. I hope you enjoyed spending the time with me because I sure enjoyed spending the time with you. If you would, help me out by subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it with your friends. And as always, please remember to live modestly, speak humbly, and enjoy life fully. We'll see you next time.